Oh, yes, look, it's fixed. Yeah. Told you I'd get it fixed. Oh boy, we got bikers. What's up, birthday boy? The big 1-0, leveling up to double digits.
What up?
What up, what up?
Chicken butt.
Ooh, look at these.
Alright, let me turn my... Pick that up.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Bring the water balloon stuff. No.
What kind of sword is that? Is it a netherite sword?
Minecraft expert right here.
Here, hold up a cupcake in front of your helmet while you're...
Netherite sword.
I'm gonna take this one.
I want to take this sword.
Hold on, because I want to get your dad.
Whoa!
I gently put it down, okay? It's a cow! Just in case you take
Jeez. Trying to pick it up for the camera.
Did the camera get it?
Yes.
When we sold these up, we owed her so much.
Yeah, this was Dad's. Oh, dude, come on.
Is this where you were setting out to move?
I'm gonna use it as my thumbnail. That was fun. Nephew leveled up to double digits. He's the big 1-0 now. And getting creative with the party was my sister. Keeping it outside with a water balloon fight. Good time. I like that it's nice and cool out today. It's been humid and muggy the past couple days, so it's not been fun to be out in. Anyways, I've got so much to catch you up on. I don't even really know where to start. Because I feel like so much has happened in the past 2.5, 3 weeks. So that's the car wash I was at, and we'll get to the car wash. Anyways, I'm gonna be all over the place talking about everything. So it was 2 weekends ago now. I think this is the third weekend. So 2 weekends ago, I went, look, a Mustang, of all cars, a Mustang coming out of the car wash. I'll tell you what, man, that's gonna be like the thing now on all my rides. So 2 weekends ago, go to Natural Bridge with a couple of my buddies from Norfolk, Sean and Morgan. We went on a 4-day camping trip up to Natural Bridge, which is not too far from me. And that was quite the experience in and of itself. It was calling for rain non-stop, and it was calling for rain the entire time that we were going to be camping up there in Natural Bridge. Thursday comes along, and we head up to Natural Bridge, and it was okay. It was overcast, if I remember correctly. And then by the time we got up there, it started raining, and we got up there early afternoon. So it gonna rain. We spent probably a good hour trying to put up this tent, and in the rain. And as soon as we finished, the sun comes out. And then from there, for like the next 36 hours of the trip, it was awesome. We had great weather. We went to, oh, where'd we go? We went to Natural Bridge State Park and saw the Natural Bridge. We had campfire nachos, which were delicious. And then the next morning we woke up, we had breakfast burritos, which were awesome. And then we went to a trail. We actually went to the same place where the Parkway viewpoint was, and there was a trail not far from there, and it had some waterfalls in it, so it was turning out to be a real good time. And then on our way back from the trail, I started to feel bad. I came down with a headache, which turned into a migraine, and then the rain came, and I was just out of commission. I still tried to partake in the activities, but I was out, man. I was feeling bad. We get back, we went out to eat that night because it was raining. We weren't going to cook out in the rain. We get back, I go to the tent immediately just to lay down and try to put this thing out of commish with the migraine, and I feel water dripping on me. Come to find out, our tent was leaking because one, we had removed the waterproof backing strips on the seams of the rainfly, so it was slowly seeping through, and it was literally dripped right on my face, so it was irritating me. And we had a second tent with us, so Morgan and Sean worked really quick to set it up, and I was gonna go, we were gonna just sleep in that tent for the night. Well, that too, I don't know if it was just water that, I don't know how the water got in there, but the floor of the tent was just soaked. So at like, I don't know, 10 or 11 at night, we made the call to pack everything up. We just threw everything back into the Tahoe, and we came back to my house. And we were gonna make a game plan when we woke up the next morning. Wake up, I feel much better. The migraine had run its course and I was back in action. We bring a third tent, which was the smallest tent out of all of them that we had. It was a 4-man tent and it barely fit the 3 of us because Morgan's like 2 people in one because he's so tall, and then Sean and I. But we returned back to Natural Bridge. We found a sweet little general store that we had some home cooking for lunch. And then we went to the caverns up there at Natural Bridge and checked those out. And it was raining for the most part, and drizzling. That's why we chose the caverns. Some underground or inside that kept us away from it. Oh, I gotta give a quick shout out. Cook's Glass Services. They hooked me up with the new mirror, and it turned out great. So, no complaints here. Thank you for fixing it and not charging me an arm and a leg. He really did not. I was not expecting the price that he gave me. Anyways, we did the caverns. It was rainy, and it just rained the entire night. We spent a good portion trying to stay dry. Wendy, who was the owner of the property, allowed us to move to another campsite because everybody had left due to the weather. But we were determined, stubborn yet determined, to stick it out and conquer nature. And she provided the materials for us to stay dry. We had a canopy over top of our tent, and we made a makeshift canopy over the fire pit so we could have the fire, and we had a lot of firewood. And we made it. I don't know how much I slept that night because I just could not sleep, and woke up, packed up, and headed home. So it was probably the most uncomfortable camping trip I've ever experienced, just with the weather, the migraine. There was a lot of goods, you know, in between it. It just got to the point where things went wrong with it that you just laughed about it, and that's where all of our attitudes went. And we are trying to make a video from it. Morgan brought his drone, got some cool drone footage and GoPro footage, and I took some pictures, and we've all been individually working on creating our content for Sean to make into a masterpiece. But it was a good time overall. I enjoyed seeing Sean and Morgan and toughing it out with them, even though nature pushed us to our limits. Really did have a good time. So that was 2 weekends ago. So I didn't get to ride or create any footage or content besides that. And then this past weekend, I just had obligations where it didn't give me opportunities to ride. I was helping the in-laws move after my obligations, so all my time was just dedicated to other things. So I'm back this weekend, and the weather's finally decided to allow for some ride time, and I'm thankful for that. I am thankful for that. We've had some pretty crappy weather past couple weeks. We had a hurricane coming up the coast. I think it missed us. We just had a little bit of rain from it. And then Louisiana and Texas got hit with 2 hurricanes at once. That's a nice house. Well, I'm not getting a sport bike anytime soon. The one I had my eye on that was being sold like 3 or 4 grand under the retail price of other dealerships. Yeah, I sold it. And it was like right up from my house. So I keep looking, man. I want a sport bike so bad. Because I've got that craving. And I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna buy one. It's just not the right time. I've got this. I'm actually gonna work on this a little bit. I've been looking at aftermarket parts, trying to, I guess, update it a little bit. You know, it's a 2009. Some stuff has been done to it, but I want to make it my own now. Now that I've had it for a couple years, and I like the bike. I don't want to get rid of it. So I don't want to get rid of it to substitute it for another bike. I want to keep it, and then when the time's right, I'll get the other one, if the wife allows it. Please. But yeah, I got my eyes set on a Suzuki 750. I don't want anything else. I don't want a leader bike and a sport bike, because I really don't need one. I've been riding cruiser this whole time. I don't need something that powerful to try and learn on. You know, that guy did let me test drive the Suzuki 750, and I really did like it. And it's a different riding style, so I've got to get used to it. And I don't want a bike that can get out from under me. And the 750 fits that class, man. It's the only one in its class, because nobody else makes a 750 street bike. You know, there's hyper naked bikes, all this other stuff, but I want a sport bike because that's just what I'm going for right now. So yesterday, man, dude, I tell you what, 2020 has been nobody's year. I don't care who you are. It has just been all around, just trial after trial after trial. There's been a little bit of good, you know, but yesterday I wanted to create content of me washing my bike. So I hop on my bike, get the GoPro going, and I would say there was some pretty good footage there at the beginning. So where I should have been paying attention was right from the start. The bag that I was using to transport the stuff that I was washing my bike with, I couldn't find the straps. So beautiful. So I had to grab another bag real quick. You know, no worries. Okay. And I felt rushed. and I shouldn't have felt rushed, but I did. So then I get on my bike, head to the car wash, got some good footage going, or so I thought I did. And I pull into the car wash, and the middle one was open. And I should have noted this. I should have noticed this. It was completely dry. So I got my tokens for the wash. I go to put my token in. Lo and behold, the coin slot's jammed because some idiot put one too many coins or tokens in, or the wrong one, and screwed it up for everybody else. And I had already sprayed my bike down, so now I have this stuff on my bike, and time was of the essence at that point. So frustrating. So the lot to the left and right of me were full already. They had people in it, but one to the left was clearing out, and a truck with a jet ski pulled in right behind me and took it before I could move my bike over, so I had to wait for that. And it was during that time that 3 sport bikes rode by, and I was talking about my interest for getting a sport bike, and then I went to check my GoPro and realized none of my footage was captured. I guess it had, I don't know, this GoPro has been temperamental at times, and I didn't even realize it could record in 4K and 2.7K until we got to Natural Bridge, and Morgan was showing me some different settings with it. But I don't like the 4K and 2.7K. I've had a lot of issues recording with it, so I went down to the 1440. I think beforehand it was on the 1080, and I didn't really have a whole lot of issue with that. So, and yesterday it was in 2.7, and I guess it overheated and just froze on me, and none of the content that I originally recorded at the beginning was captured. So I was a little frustrated. I did get to clean my bike. It wasn't the best clean, but it was definitely dirty, and it needed a washing. Definitely needed a washing. I restarted the GoPro, reinserted the battery, and captured a little bit of content, but I was not in the best of moods. And I've already said I don't want to be negative on my channel, because there's already too much of that. So I don't know how much of it I will actually use from yesterday. But none of that compares to the news that the rest of the world got yesterday. Chadwick, man. Chadwick Boseman, aka the King of Wakanda, aka the Black Panther. And there's so many other roles that he's played and has done an extraordinary job portraying. Man, I'm telling you, 2020 is really crushing the entire world. R.I.P. Chadwick. R.I.P. Today's been a little bit better. Got to celebrate birthday party. People are out here playing sports, baseball. It's glorious to see this still taking place amongst a global pandemic. Let me tell you, let me go back to Cook's Glass Services. They really took care of me. Not only did they hook me up with an awesome deal for just fixing this piece of mirror, but the day that I took my bike over there to have the mirror put on, it was overcast, and I left my bike there out in the open, and when I came back to pick it up, they had covered it with a tarp. So they're good people, man. They're good people. And I appreciate them going that extra mile for taking care of me that way. There's a little bit of good going around in 2020. It's not all bad, people. We can't focus on the negative. And if you can't find the good, create the good, like I'm trying to do. Can't find the good, be the good. It's my tidbit of advice. Well, I think everybody needs to go watch Jocko Willink's YouTube video titled Good, and just listen to it every morning when they wake up for the remainder of 2020. Because with the way things are going this year, you really don't even know what to expect. And that video is just a good reminder of, like, as bad as it's gonna get, or as bad as it is, somehow, some way or another, there's gonna be some good that comes out of it. Nice Porsche. You may not see it now, you may not want to believe it, but there's definitely going to be some good that comes out of it. I'm going to change this. That's the first thing I'm going to do with the bike, I think, is change this whole setup. Get a new gauge, speedometer that I can actually see. I'm going to get rid of the chrome here. So I got ideas for my bike. Got ideas for my bike. Definitely don't want to get rid of it. Want to keep riding it. Oh, now the middle one's working. Guy's washing his Challenger. Look, another Mustang. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And if you can't find the good, be the good. See ya.